Hello Dillies, this is another record review, Passion of the Crates. We are going to talk about this album right here, The Prodigy, music for the Jilted generation. This is from the UK group The Prodigy, not to be mistaken with Prodigy from one half of Mobb Deep, R.I.P. This is their second studio album. The first studio album they had was Prodigy Experience. They had a couple of singles before that. I'll just give you a little quick bit of background about The Prodigy. They basically started off in the UK rave, underground rave scene, illegal raves, whatever you want to call them. This is where someone somewhere in the UK would set up these raves out in these fields where hopefully no police would find them, and they'd send like messages, only give the secret location at the end, like, you know, right close to when the event was happening, and people would drive 30, 40, 50 miles to get to these classic raves.
I got the poison, I got the remedy, I got the pulsating rhythmical remedy.
So the Prodigy were very much rooted in that scene to begin with, and they started off doing a lot of their tracks like live with hardware and stuff like that. Their first album, The Prodigy Experience, I feel was still very rooted in that sound. It was very almost like live jams recorded and put onto wax or whatever. I feel like with this album they matured a little bit. They still had one foot rooted in that rave culture. There's still like the jungle vibe and stuff like that on here, but I feel like this is when they started forming songs more.
What we're dealing with here is a total lack of respect for the law.
For me, this is probably my favorite album of theirs of all time. It's got 6 or 7 studio albums at this point. This was released in 1994 on XL Records. The main musical mind behind The Prodigy is Liam Howlett, and he actually started off with he was very hip-hop orientated, like he was into a lot of what was coming out of America in the late 80s and such. So you can get a bit of a hip-hop influence off some of what the music that's on here.
The voodoo who do what you don't dare to people.
I'll talk a little bit about some of the big tracks off this album. One of the big singles was Voodoo People.
Magic people, voodoo people.
Got a lot of distorted guitar, very driving sort of head noddy, dancey vibe to it. I like it a lot. Very good track, you should check it out. Another track that was also a single, I believe, was Poison. It's a more of a breakbeatish type track. And then another track on here is No Good Start to Dance. And this track to me is just phenomenal.
You're no good for me. I don't need nobody. Don't need no one. That's no good for me.
I remember I was going to the teenage discos and you'd be there with your friends and be shifting a girl or whatever, and this song would come on and you'd have to say, you'd stop kissing and say, you know what, like, this is my song, I gotta go. And she would understand because she knew how just amazing the song was. It was just phenomenal. Like, there's no way that you heard this song and you could not dance to it. It's crazy. And it started all sorts of dance crazes. Keith Flint, just, you'd see him in the video and then you'd be like, I want to do what he do. It's crazy. Another track on this, 3 Kilos. It's a bit of a sleeper jam if you ask me. It's one of the classic tracks worth checking out that I don't believe was ever a single, but I enjoyed it very much. I used to rock this on my Walkman back in the day, and tape. Just, it would finish, turn the tape over, that would finish, turn it back over. I mean, couldn't get enough of this album. Speedway, another classic jam that a lot of people dig on this album. And then another one that I like a lot is Claustrophobic Sting.
My mind is glowing.
It's got a lot of the 303 vibe. These are just some of my favorite songs. From then till now, I listen to it quite a lot. You can see it's quite frayed here because I bring this out. I DJ with it quite a lot when I get the chance. If I'm playing more of a dancey gig or like a more of a up-tempo set, I'll bring it.
I'm the fire starter, twisted fire starter.
I'm interested to know people that were around during the era when this was released. What are some of your favorite sleeper tracks on here that weren't released as singles that you just, you're like, this is amazing? Or I'd also be interested to know, like, kids nowadays, teenagers, you know, listen to this nowadays. Does it sound dated to you? Does it sound like something you could get down to? Do you feel anything from it. One thing that I liked about this album was also the fact that it was still very analog. It hadn't gone full digital. Not that they did on their album after this, but the one following that, the Prodigy, I felt went a bit too digital, and it took too much of the atmosphere and the ambience out of some of the sounds that they were using in creating previous albums. I felt that lacked in later albums. So for me, this was the perfect stepping stone between where they ended up and where they started. For me, it straddled both worlds perfectly. It wasn't too just ravey and it wasn't too digital. It was a perfect mix between them. And for me, that's why this was the special album. So I urge you to check it out. And please, in the comments, let me know what you think of this album. Whether you're new to it or whether you grew up with it like I did. Thanks again. I'll see you on the next Passion of the Crates.